It's 8 p.m. on a Friday. Your phone is blowing up. There's a party, a dinner, or a networking event you promised to attend. But you're staring at your ceiling, feeling a strange mix of guilt and absolute blissful relief because you decided you're not going. Society calls this being antisocial. Your parents might call it wasteful. But what if I told you that your craving for four walls and a closed door isn't a flaw? It's actually a sophisticated biological response. Today, we're deconstructing the psychology of the homebody and why your brain might be built for depth in a world that's addicted to noise. Most people think introverts are just shy. Science says they're actually wired differently at a chemical level. It comes down to dopamine versus acetylcholine. Extroverts have a high tolerance for dopamine, the hit you get from loud music, new faces, and risky social situations. They need it to feel alive. But for people who love staying home, dopamine is often exhausting. Instead, your brain prefers acetylcholine. This is a neurotransmitter linked to calm, focus, and internal reflection. When you're sitting alone reading or watching a movie, your brain is literally rewarding you with a slow burn, quiet high that extroverts can't even perceive. You aren't doing nothing. You are harvesting a different kind of energy. There's a concept in environmental psychology called sensory sovereignty. Out there in the real world, you are at the mercy of others, the loud engine of a car, the bright fluorescent lights of an office, the unpredictable mood of a boss. It's sensory chaos. But at home, you are the god of your own universe. You control the lighting, the scent, the temperature, and the soundtrack. For someone with high sensitivity, which applies to about 20% of the population, this isn't just comfort, it's survival. It's the only place where your nervous system can finally drop its guard. When you stay home, you're not hiding, you're reclaiming your sovereignty. History has a secret. The world's greatest breakthroughs didn't happen in crowded rooms. They happened in rooms exactly like yours. Solitude is the soil of creativity. Psychologists have found that people who enjoy being alone are often better at metacognition, or thinking about thinking. While the rest of the world is reacting to the next notification, the person at home is processing, connecting dots, and building a richer inner world. If you find yourself rewatching the same comfort show for the 10th time, that's actually your brain's way of creating a psychological safe harbor so it can rest and prepare for bigger creative leaps later. You aren't wasting time, you're incubating ideas. But we have to look at the shadow. There is a vital question every homebody must ask. Is your home a refuge or is it a cage? There's a massive difference between choosing to stay in because it nourishes you and staying in because you're terrified of what people think of you. If you're staying home because the outside world feels heavy or scary, you might be dealing with social anxiety or the isolation loop. One leads to peace, the other leads to a shrinking life. Don't let your sanctuary become your prison. The goal isn't to never leave, it's to leave so that you can find a reason to come back. We live in the era of FOMO, the fear of missing out, but the most self-aware people have moved on to JOMO, the joy of missing out. It's the quiet power of knowing exactly who you are and what you need. It's the realization that you don't need to perform your life for an audience. If you feel more yourself when no one is watching, you're not broken, you're just rare. So the next time you cancel plans, don't apologize. Just say you're doing some internal maintenance. If this video made you feel seen, hit that subscribe button. We're building a community of people who prefer depth over noise. Comment home if you're watching this from your favorite spot right now. And if you want to know why your brain stays awake at 3 a.m., click this video here. It explains everything.